teddy bear.
A future where Taco Bell rules the world, toilets use seashells, and Wesley Snipes has the wildest hair you've ever seen. Welcome to Demolition Man. But the thing is, behind the explosions and one-liners are some crazy true stories you've probably never heard. From leaked Stallone photos to shocking behind-the-scenes drama, let's break down 15 weird facts about Demolition Man that'll make you see this movie in a whole new way. Stallone's frozen photo shoot. We've got to start with the weirdest Hollywood leak of the early 90s. During filming, high-quality photos of Sylvester Stallone inside the cryo-freeze chamber somehow got out. And no, these weren't innocent behind-the-scenes set shots. Stallone was completely naked from the waist down. Imagine walking into your local newsstand in 1993 and seeing Rocky Balboa's frosty backside on display. Stallone was furious, demanding the photos be pulled. But gossip magazines speculated that he might have leaked them himself for publicity. He denied it. But come on, if I had Stallone's body at 47, I'd be faxing those pictures to People magazine too. Before we move on, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next inside news on your favorite on-screen heroes.
Really? Brutal! Why wasn't there an all cars notified?
John Spartan could have been someone else. As iconic as Stallone is in the role of John Spartan, he wasn't the studio's first pick. The original idea was to pair Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal, one as the hero, the other as the villain. Sounds epic, right? Problem was, neither one wanted to play the bad guy. Van Damme reportedly hated the idea of being the villain, while Seagal thought playing a cop in the future was beneath him. So, Stallone swooped in, and the rest is history. But can you imagine Seagal trying to use the 3 seashells? That would have been a bigger disaster than his ponytail. Wesley Snipes was too fast for the camera. Wesley Snipes didn't just act like a martial arts master. He actually is one. He holds black belts in Shotokan karate and Hapkido, plus serious kickboxing training. His fight moves were so lightning fast during filming that the cameras couldn't even capture them clearly. The director literally had to tell him, "Hey Wesley, slow it down so the audience can actually see you beating people up." Basically, he was the Flash before DC ever tried and failed repeatedly to make a proper Flash movie. The 3 seashells mystery. No Demolition Man fact list is complete without the infamous 3 seashells. For decades, fans have debated how on earth they actually work. Are they scooping devices? Do they somehow spray water? Or are they just there to traumatize poor Stallone in the bathroom? The truth is far less glamorous. Writer Daniel Waters admitted he just made it up because he thought it sounded funny and futuristic. No instructions, no science, just seashells. And yet here we are, 30 years later, still talking about it. Tell us in the comments if you too have tried to DIY it in your bathroom. Taco Bell won the franchise war. In the United States release, Taco Bell is the only restaurant to survive the infamous franchise wars. Every fancy dinner in the future? Taco Bell. But international audiences didn't always get the joke. In countries where Taco Bell didn't exist yet, the restaurant signs and dialogue were changed to Pizza Hut. So yes, in some parts of the world, Simon Phoenix is blowing up a Pizza Hut. Honestly, whether it's Taco Bell or Pizza Hut, the real winner of the franchise wars is heartburn. Sandra Bullock's big break. Before Demolition Man, Sandra Bullock was still a struggling actress. She had a few small TV roles and indie parts, but this film was her true Hollywood breakthrough. Her quirky, optimistic performance as Lenina Huxley charmed audiences. And the very next year, she starred in Speed, which cemented her as a leading lady. Did you know some of her quirky dialogue was improvised? That awkward innocence? Pure Sandra. Without this film, we might not have gotten Miss Congeniality. Or, as I like to call it, Miss How Do You Use the 3 Seashells? Presidential Library. One of the funniest throwaway lines in the movie is when it's mentioned that Arnold Schwarzenegger became president of the United States and even has a presidential library. In 1993, that was a ridiculous joke, but in 2003, Arnold actually became governor of California. Fans were stunned that the movie came halfway to predicting the future. If the Constitution ever changes to allow foreign-born citizens to become president, we'll have to reclassify Demolition Man as a documentary. Speaking of the future, help us decode more interesting facts by subscribing right now. Predicting Zoom and streaming. In 1993, the scene where Spartan and Huxley casually talked to co-workers through giant video screens looked like pure science fiction. Today, it's just another Tuesday morning Zoom call you wish had been an email. But this wasn't the only bit of future-predicting tech. The film also imagined biometric scanning, voice-activated machines, and contactless systems. Sound familiar? Yep, Demolition Man basically invented modern life except for the part where you get fined every time you swear. Although, let's be honest, some Zoom meetings could use that feature. Cryo Prison was based on real science. As crazy as it sounds, the idea of freezing criminals wasn't entirely sci-fi. In the early 1990s, there were real conversations in scientific circles about cryonics, freezing people for medical preservation, or even criminal justice. The logic was simple. Why waste resources on prisons when you can deep freeze convicts until society has better ways to rehabilitate them? Thankfully, nobody tried it. Imagine thawing out a bank robber from 1992 and handing him an iPhone. He'd either be rehabilitated or start robbing crypto wallets. Wesley Snipes' hair nightmare. Simon Phoenix's bleached blonde hair was iconic, but Wesley Snipes absolutely hated it. The bright yellow dye made his scalp itchy and uncomfortable. As soon as filming wrapped, he shaved his head. But here's the twist. Basketball star Dennis Rodman loved the look and copied it shortly after. So technically, we have Demolition Man to thank for Rodman's wild hair era. Somewhere in an alternate universe, Rodman is sending royalties to Snipes. A different ending. Believe it or not, the original ending of Demolition Man didn't involve freezing Simon Phoenix. Instead, the Spartan was supposed to simply shoot him. The studio rejected it, calling it underwhelming for such an over-the-top film. So, they rewrote it to end with the cryo-freeze fight and the iconic shattering death. It's bigger, bolder, and a lot cooler, literally. And come on, a Stallone movie needs to end with something exploding. Even if it's an ice cube shaped like Wesley Snipes. The eye scan science. In one of the film's most gruesome moments, Phoenix uses a guard's severed eyeball to bypass a security system. Gross, yes, but also surprisingly accurate. The scanner in the movie checks the iris pattern, which can still be read after death. If it had been a retina scanner, though, game over. Retinas degrade too quickly. So, believe it or not, Demolition Man actually nailed its science better than most modern action flicks. Somewhere, a scientist is slow clapping. Nigel Hawthorne hated it. Nigel Hawthorne, the acclaimed British actor who played Dr. Cocteau, loathed working on Demolition Man. He only accepted the role to boost his Hollywood exposure, and he called the movie trash in interviews. The funny part? Immediately after this film, he landed the lead role in The Madness of King George, which earned him an Oscar nomination. So in a way, Demolition Man helped him level up. From cheesy sci-fi villain to prestigious award season darling, that's one heck of a career arc. Phoenix's real-life inspiration. Simon Phoenix wasn't just a comic book-style villain. His character drew inspiration from real LA gang leaders of the late 80s and early 90s. That chaotic energy, the flashy clothes, the complete disregard for rules, was all modeled after the street criminals terrorizing Los Angeles at the time. That's why Phoenix feels both cartoonish and terrifyingly real. He's basically the Joker with a black belt and a bad bleach job. Real ice, real misery. And finally, let's circle back to Stallone's least favorite day on set. In the cryo-freeze chamber scenes, Stallone wasn't just pretending he was actually submerged in a freezing gel designed to look like ice. No CGI, no faking it. Just Stallone shivering half-naked in goo. He later said it was one of the most miserable filming experiences of his career. And this is a man who got punched in the face by Dolph Lundgren for real in Rocky IV. So yeah, when those leaked photos came out, they were probably the only warm memory he had from the whole ordeal.
Get him out of here! Oh!
So, there you have it. 15 wild, weird, and downright unbelievable facts about Demolition Man. From Stallone's frozen photo scandal to seashell confusion, no wonder this movie truly lives rent-free in pop culture history. If you had fun diving into this blast from the 90s, don't miss what's coming next. Hit that button and subscribe to our channel because many more secrets are waiting to be unlocked.